What's going on, and welcome back to another video. So in this video here, I would like to go over my two top setups that I'm looking to enter this week. The first one being Apple, and then the second one being Adobe. So to begin, I would like to go over Apple. You see, as of Friday's close, this thing closed at 196 down for the week, and it's actually approaching my ideal entry point, which is this 193 level. But I actually did drag down my entry point to this 189, which I believe is a very pivotal price point for this stock for the remainder of this year. I believe these two price points will determine the direction of this stock for the remainder of the year for sure. And I'm very bullish on this company. I actually believe this thing could pop just shy of $250 by the end of the year. And as I mentioned, this is my ideal entry at this 189.56 level. I believe if Apple gets any volume under these two levels, this thing could drop back down to the August lows of around $169. But still, this does not make me any less confident in this company. So I will go ahead and open calls, probably expiring around August. I won't try to catch this full move up until the next year. I'll probably go ahead and open 210 calls or 215 calls expiring August, maybe even a month after that. And as I mentioned, I do have a price target for the end of this year being just shy of $250. And going over to my next one, which is Adobe. And you see, as of Friday's close, it closed at $391, also down for the week. But they actually reported earnings on Thursday after the markets closed, and it actually reported a good beat for the estimates. And you see, it actually wicked up to around $445, but going into the close of the next day, it made its way back down to $391. And two things here, you see, we had this trend line which has been respected 3 times, and this is the first time that this has closed beneath that trend line. And I do have an ideal entry point of around $382. And I actually won't be surprised to see this thing gap down tomorrow to the open, possibly lower than Friday's low. And then from that open, I could see it potentially buying up. But as I mentioned, this 382.53 is my ideal entry point. And I'm actually thinking about playing 420 calls, if not 450 calls, expiring August. And I did look at the math for the 450 calls. If this thing pops anywhere around 450, if not $465, these contracts could pay you just over 1,000%, which is a great return on your investment. But as I mentioned, I will go ahead and give it a shot at this 382 level. I will be very, very, very tight on the risk management for this position. Again, just like Apple, I believe this is a very pivotal price for this company as well. I believe if this thing falls beneath this price, Adobe could also drop back down to the April lows, just as I mentioned for Apple. But in my personal opinion, I don't believe this can happen. And as I mentioned, I do have a price target of $465. And I actually believe this thing could be just shy of $500 by the end of the year. And I 100% could be wrong, but I will go ahead and give both a shot here. So that's pretty much all for the video. I just wanted to get on here and show you guys my personal opinion. And as always, stay safe. But please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop a like and comment on what you believe what could happen for both of these companies. And as always, stay safe.